Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Drew Brees and the New York Giants.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his third season now from Louisville, it's Lamar Jackson.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Down right around the 25.
Marquise Brown, the ball carrier.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
2 brings up 3rd and
they'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Number 8, Lamar.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brought down by Levante David. A gain of 2.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Here we go now on first and goal.
The 2-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Touchdown, Rams. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they'll be led out by the all-time leader in terms of passing yards in NFL history, their 41-year-old quarterback, Drew Brees.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's the 31-yard.
Brees now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, New York.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
On the carry. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 35. He decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Brees. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down, Giants.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He was brought down by John Johnson. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
This is McCaffrey. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Christian McCaffrey.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Brees to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On the ground, McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and
again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return now by Alford. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, they're not being dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
That goes for a gain of 31.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson over the middle to Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Chubb, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Joey Bosa. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 25. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and
He may try and run for this.
Sometimes I need a shit. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. The chain, hey, I like your respect. Give them more than when I get it.
7-7, our score after 1.
the score tied 7-7.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 2nd down.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And New York set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah.
First down, Giants.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The throw over the middle, taken in.
Breeze.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Allen Robinson.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Number 24.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Xavier Howard on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good for an LA Rams.
Jackson on first down. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over first.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 13-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. His pass caught at the 4.
Breeze pass.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Eno Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A run for Nick Chubb. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. For the left side, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He was brought down by Levante David.
The Rams on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that's caught by Smith.
That's good.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, Jackson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
14.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Breeze to throw again. Throw complete to Herndon. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
McCaffrey on the return. The Giants take over first and 10. At their
New York ready to go again offensively. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, New York.
On first down, Breeze gets it quickly to Galladay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Complete to John Brown.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Breeze now. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Giants.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
It's third.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Does a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Is good. That ties the game 24-24.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And it's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And down he goes under pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. William Golston. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Uses the spin. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from the 25 on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
That's good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The keeper.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
David Moore.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force it in.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
He's tackled at the
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
2-yard pickup.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 39, Breeze caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
New York.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now
2nd and 6.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6.
To throw, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. William Golston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and 12.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going deep for... That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. William Golston on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson.
Intercepted.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Xavier.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson.
At the 23-yard.
Smith catches left side. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
10 at the 30.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Down at the 35-yard line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 8 on the play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6.
Jackson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And goal.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Again, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Giants 24.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Chris Herndon.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Brings up
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3.
Rams 30, Giants 27.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, Jackson. That is incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
At their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Pass. Intended for
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
down and 10.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
The tight end, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone. A safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the Rams getting set to go now. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson on the keeper.
2nd and 11 now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Jackson on the keeper.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants, so the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for L.A., it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.